Hello everybody and welcome to Jerry's Stamps and Art. Now in the last video you may be wondering what was in these stamp albums. I did tease you a little bit with just showing you a little preview. So today I'm going to show you what's inside. So I'm going to start with this stamp album. This only cost me £1. So let's see what's in it. So this is the very first page with stamps on it, and well, as you can see there's nothing on the first page. But on this page we do have a couple of stamps, and these are from Argentina. So there we have Republica Argentina, a 5-cent one there. We have that one, which is another 5-cent. And then we have this rather nice one here with, I'm not too sure what animal that is, to be honest with you. That's quite a nice stamp. Moving on to the next page, we have this stamp from Austria. And we have another stamp from Austria. And then we have these few stamps here, also from Austria. I do like these kind of ones. They remind me of cowboys and the old cowboys and Indians films. So I do like those. Then we have some more Austrian stamps there. There's some pretty common ones there too. Then we move on to Hungary, with this one. Then we don't have any more stamps. This is the next page. We're on to Australia. We have that stamp there, which is an 18-cent, which is quite nice. And we have a 2.5D one there. And that one's got some damage on it, unfortunately. That one's not too bad. Another one. Now this stamp I do quite like, which is a 2.5D. My camera went out of focus there. But that's quite a nice stamp, I do like that. Then we have these two from the Bahamas. Stamps are not in the best of condition, unfortunately, but they're not too bad. That's quite a nice stamp. Moving down, we're on to Bermuda. We have this rather nice stamp here, which is quite a nice one. And I think that's it for that page. So I'll move on up here now. These stamps are from Belgium. These are quite common ones. I'll just scroll down so you can see what's in it. Right, I do like these stamps from Belgium. I don't know why I like them, but I do. So those are quite nice. Unfortunately, there's nothing on the next two pages, as you can see. Moving on to Canada now, and I know one or two of you watching probably collect Canada. It's quite a nice one. I'm not sure if I have that one. I'll have to have a look. So again, I'll just quickly scroll down so you can see what's what. But these are pretty common. I've probably got most of these in my collection. And as I say, some of the stamps are not bad condition and some of them are not too good either, but you know, what can you expect for £1, I suppose? And to be honest with you, I didn't really look at them. I just had a quick flick through and thought, well, for £1, you know, you can't go wrong, can you? I do like this stamp. It's one of my favourites. I don't know why I seem to like the more bizarre stamps. There's a lot about me, doesn't it? Right, let's move on over here. And unfortunately, there's no stamps on this page. So moving on to Ceylon, or Ceylon, or however you'd like to pronounce it. I call it Ceylon. But those are quite nice stamps. That one there has got slight damage on it, unfortunately, but never mind. So what I'm going to do once I finish this video is I'm going to take these stamps out of this album, because I don't want them to get any more damaged. The album's not that great, to be honest. That's quite a nice Chinese stamp. And then we have one more here. Had a little niggle on it up there. Top left there, but not too bad. On to the next page now. And we have another Chinese stamp, which isn't too bad. Here we're on to the Belgian Congo. And those three stamps are not too bad. They look like some sort of wood carvings of some kind to me. But I'm not an expert on Belgian stamps. On to the next page. There isn't really anything until we get to this one, which is Chile. And I am considering a collection of Chile stamps, because it's the most southernmost country in the world. I believe. Something about it anyway, that's the most southern. I'll stop waffling. But, I do quite like that stamp. And I am considering Chile, but currently I'm doing the DDR, which, as you probably know, are German. And after that, I'm going to start a collection of Indonesian stamps. So those of you that like Indonesian stamps, you'll be happy. That's a nice one. And the reason why I'm starting Indonesia is one of my subscribers basically asked if I would do one. So I do have some Indonesian stamps, so I thought, well, why not? That's Czechoslovakia. Some more Czechoslovakia. I think I've got most of these in my collection, if not all of them. So going back to Indonesia, I'll start that in the next couple of weeks. Or maybe next week, I'm not sure yet. And what I really need to do is get some stamp albums or stock books, as I prefer to use. So I need to get my hands on some of those. The ones I usually use aren't available at the moment, so I might have to look to another supplier, which is a bit annoying because I like to keep them all the same, but never mind. So anyway, back to the stamps. As you can see, there's nothing on these two pages. And we're up to Denmark now. And they've got a couple of stamps here. Again, these are pretty common. Nothing on that page, unfortunately. Now we're up to Egypt, and I do have this stamp here, which isn't too bad. And then we have this other one from Egypt too, and this one. So we have three stamps from Egypt on that page. If I move across to the next page, this is Finland. And yeah, not too bad. We've got a few stamps there, haven't we? And then we have these rather nice ones here. And that's it for that page. And now we're on to France. So any of you French collectors out there will like these. Yeah, they're not too bad. Like I say, for £1 you can't really expect too much, can you? Oh, I do like these two. I haven't seen these two before myself, and they're not too bad condition, so yeah, not too bad. That's good. Oh, we have an escapee over here. It's stuck itself there. It's a bit of a shame. It's got a little bit of tarnishing on it, but never mind. Then we have these stamps. These are pretty common. And then we have this one from Morocco. And I think that's it for those pages. This is the African Equatorial Française. So I've just got one of those. Moving down, there isn't anything else. And the same on that page, there isn't any stamps on that page either. Oh yes, I tell a lie, there is one. This one's from Oceania. So that's not too bad. It's quite a nice stamp, that one. On to the next page. We have this stamp here from Afrique Occidentale Français. My pronunciations are terrible, so do excuse me. We have another stamp there. And that's it for that page. Now we're on to Germany. Oh dear. That one and that one don't look good, do they? Never mind. But there are some usable stamps there. I do like these ones. These are some of my favourites, these. So not too bad. Germany again. Yeah, not a too bad selection there, and the stamps don't seem to be in too bad condition, some of them. So that's good, they're usable. As you can see, it's quite dirty, this album, and not in the best of conditions, so, you know, I want to get the stamps out as soon as possible. So I'll be doing that once this video is over. Now we're on to my home country, Great Britain. And the stamps aren't too bad. That's it for that page. On to Greece. Yeah, these aren't too bad. Quite a nice set of stamps there. Nothing else on that page. And it doesn't look like there's anything on that page either. No. Now we're up to Hungary. I'll just quickly go past. Oh, not a bad stamp. I'll just quickly scroll through these so you can see them. So that's it for that page. Nothing on this page, unfortunately. But we do have a stamp on this page. And that's from India. There is nothing on those next couple of pages. On the next page we have a couple of Irish stamps. Oh, and another one. Moving down, I don't think there's any more on this page. Nope. So we're up to Italy now. I do like that red stamp there, that's quite a nice one. Then we have some more of the common issues. do like that one there, the airmail stamp. That's quite nice. Some more Italian stamps. Don't think there's any more on that page. No. So we move over to Japan now. And this is one of the reasons why I bought this album. I saw these and thought, well, these aren't bad for £1 if the rest of it was rubbish. So, you know, I do have a Japanese collection I've started. And at some point in time, I'll show you that. Yugoslavia. And we have this stamp here. Nothing else on that page. Now we're up to Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania. Those two aren't too bad. I think that's it for that page. Yep. Now we're up to Luxembourg, and we have these 3 stamps. And there I am doing a collection of Luxembourg too. I'm just gathering stamps for that at the moment. And these 3 will certainly help. They're quite good condition, so I'm happy about that. I would have paid, you know, £1 for these 3 alone, so yep, quite happy. Moving on to the next page. And there isn't anything on there, unfortunately. And there's nothing on the next one. But if I go across to this page, we have a few stamps from Mexico. And those are quite nice. There's another Mexican stamp. Oh, and we have a couple there too. And we have that one, so we're not too bad for Mexico. On to Monaco, and I have this one stamp here from Monaco. But no others, unfortunately. Oh, I tell a lie. We have these 2 not in the best condition, which is a bit of a shame. But we have them nonetheless. Nothing on this page till we get near the bottom, and then we have the stamp for here from Nigeria. That's quite a nice stamp. Moving on to the next page, and we have these stamps from the Netherlands. And they aren't in too bad condition, some of them. Oh, that one isn't. That one's not in great condition, but never mind. Over to the next page. Oh, Newfoundland. Good, I'm glad I've got one of those. That'll be handy for my Canadian collection, because I am also trying to collect the provinces as well. So I'm happy about that. We're on to New Zealand. It's a shame that one's slightly crinkled there. It's a bit of a nuisance because that's a nice stamp. That one's quite nice too. I'll see if I need those for my collection. Moving on, we're up to Nicaragua. Then we have these 2 sporting stamps here, one of tennis and one of football. Those are quite nice. Moving down, I can't see any more. So I'll move over to Norway now on the next page. As you can see, we have quite a few there. And they're usually quite common, and they're mostly in reasonably good condition, so that's good. We have some more stamps there. And that one too. As you can see, there's nothing on this page. But moving on to this one, we're up to Peru and Persia. I'm not sure where that's from. But we do have a couple of, or a trio of Peruvian stamps, which is quite handy for me because I'm going to collect Peru as well. So those will be handy until I can get some better ones. Nothing on this page. Moving on to the next page. We don't have anything until we get to this stamp, which is from Poland. And then if I move down a little bit, we have these three stamps here from Reunion. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I haven't seen that stamp before. And if I move across, I have that one too, which is looks like some sort of tax stamp there. We're up to Portugal now. We have these two stamps. And we have another trio of stamps there. Oh, and we have this one. It's quite a nice stamp. I do like that. A $40 stamp. Oh, that's interesting. Moving on to the next page, and I don't have anything from there. On to the next page. And I have this one stamp from Russia. That's not too bad. On to the next page, and I have this one from Tsar Post. Never seen that one before. And I think that's it for that page. Yep. So moving on, I have these two from Somalia, by the looks of it, or the French occupation of Somalia, I'm not sure. Saint Pierre and Miquelon. That's it for that page. Moving on, I have this one here from San Marino. Yeah, we've got another couple there from San Marino. They're not in the best condition, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame. That one's quite nice though. That one's not too bad. And then I have these ones at the bottom. Nothing on that page. I do have a few here from Spain. A few more from Spain there. Nothing on that page. I have that one from Sweden. This other one from Sweden. Those two are quite nice. Moving on to Switzerland. And I have these two. That's quite a nice stamp. Nothing on this page apart from at the bottom. There's this rather nice stamp here from Togo. I have these two nice stamps from Tunisia. Moving over, I have this stamp from the UK, Deutsche Reich Ukraine, when Germany occupied Ukraine. Now we're up to the United States. That's quite a nice stamp, as is that one. The space theme. That's quite a nice stamp. Shame it's damaged. Then on the next page we have these two stamps of John Adams. There's one there of John Tyler. That's it for that page. And we have this V for Victory stamp from the United States. I do like that. This stamp I don't believe I've seen before. That's quite nice. I do like that. If I just quickly scroll down, I don't think there's any more on that one. No. So if we move over to the next page, we're on to South Africa now. We have this now, the nice half D stamp. We have that one, 1.5 D. And that one's a bit poor, unfortunately. On to the next page. I have these 3 stamps here from Uruguay. They're not too bad. I think that's it for that page, yep. There was nothing on this page, unfortunately. And that is it for that album, guys. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I don't think it was too bad for £1. And if you have enjoyed my videos, please do think about subscribing, liking and commenting. And I also have a Buy Me a Coffee now, so if you want to support me, you can through there, and it would be much appreciated. And I'll see you all again. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.